Hey Paisley, nice job here. I really like the way this is coming together. I love these old iMacs. I just have a few suggestions, and I just wanted to show you a couple things. If you put all of these layers into a layer group, which is right here, or a folder, it's easier to deal with. So if you just select them like this, and then you click this, now it's in one group, so you can move it around a little bit. I think it could be a little bit smaller, so I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller because you're going to be adding a background and stuff. So anyway, and in terms of the text, I would just work on it a little bit so it's more legible. I always suggest that students put each word on a different layer because then you can really move it around, you know, and you can even use different fonts and so on. Here's a good example of, you can see they use two fonts too, so it just gives you a lot more freedom over what you're going to do with the text. And let me show you one more if I can find it here. Here's another one too. You can see how the text is different size. I would also suggest putting something on the screen that's kind of a little bit catchy. There's a lot of different things you can do as well with, you know, with some filtering. So if you go in, let me find that, that part here. There's that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this layer. And then I'm just going to select the screen part here because then I'll just show you how to do this filter. So, excuse me. So I'm just going to select it. This is really quick and dirty though, so you definitely do a lot better job than me. So then I'm going to copy this, Control C. I tend to copy layers because then if I mess up, it's easy to deal with. You know, I mean, that's kind of my workflow. I also save as versions. So if I'm working on something in one day, I'll save it as like 5 different versions, like, you know, say, you know, V1, V2, or by the date. So if you're in here, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. There's a filter up in the filters, and it's called, let me find it. I always forget what they are because there's so many of them. I'm just going to go up into the filter gallery. That's an easy way to find it. So if you go to halftone pattern, you can see your piece right here. But you have to also click to pattern type and click line. Again, this is not the right direction, so I would probably rotate the screen first. But again, you can kind of see that it has, you know, it looks like a screen. So it's kind of a good, it's a good thing to use. So I'm going to say okay. So what I would do though is I would first rotate this to get it the right way, and then I would put it back in going the right direction. So just some ways to kind of make it more interesting. It could use a little bit of warm color like red or something. You know, that would really you know, kind of work to add a little bit more variety. Another thing you might want to consider too is since, okay, this is I love the side view, by the way. Since this is the closer part indicated by, you know, the perspective, you might want to make this, oh, you've got them both on the same layer. So first I would definitely copy one of these. I'm just going to use, gosh, this is just not, computer's being really slow. I would just copy one of these. It's really good to make everything on different layers because then you just have a lot more freedom. So I'm going to copy it and I'm going to put it on another layer and copy it. And then so what you could do now is then you could make it bigger because if it, you know, the rules of perspective are is that if something's bigger, it appears to be closer. So, and I'm not saying this big, I'm just trying to show you. And you can kind of see that's too big. But then it appears to come a little bit closer. That's too big. I'm going to size it down. But I think you kind of get the idea. Same with this one. Since this is the closer edge, if you make that mouse a little bit bigger, let me find it, it's also going to appear to come forward. And again, you can see how it is here too. Like those are kind of just the rules of perspective. Let me move all of this over a little bit, so some more room here. So then, where are we here? Dun, 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 dun. Whoops, yeah, messed it up here. There we are. No, that's the other one. Is that it? Yeah. So then again, if you make it bigger, it will appear to look closer. Again, and then, feel free to really move these around, just to, however you want, just to give them some personality. Anyway, I'm just kind of playing with this. I mean, you have a couple, so anyway, you kind of get the idea here with that. So other than that, your masks look really pretty clean. So I don't have any you can also do other things for the color too. You can use like replace color and things like that. I can show you how to do that if you want, and that'll also give you some more color. You can also paint over things. There's some tips in this week's assignment for that too. I don't want to overwhelm you though. So yeah, overall nice job. I would just, especially with the text, put it on some different layers and so on. So okay, so anyway, nice job.